So why I went very deep into knowing it is that so that you don't use the wrong size. It reduces the resolution. So because if I design something for A4 and they print it on A4 and they print on, if I design something on A5 and they, this is A5, this is our A5.
A4.
This is our A4, sorry. This is our A4. If I design something on this A5 and they print it on this, it will blur out to pixelate, is what we call it. It will, let me look for okay. Okay, look at this picture now. Look at this picture. Now, look at what it does when this. That is pixelation. If I design what we are using it for here, it's not what it was designed for. Now, if you check the properties, it should tell you the size in dimensions. 583 times 221 pixels, length by breadth. That is its dimension. Now, me enlarging it, I've taken it away from what it was designed for. So it will pixelate. This is what you have if you design something on a small dimension here, and then you print it on something big. So before you start your design, before you go into your design, know what you are designing for. What size are you going to print it on? So before I now say, okay, that is what happens. It pixelates and then you see it blow out and stuff. So that is, okay, I was trying to make the point. But, but it's good now. You can see it's beginning to pixelate because I'm making it bigger than it's supposed to be. Okay, so let's go to, yes, our properties. The name of your file, simple. There are presets, like I can US paper, international paper. If I want to design for pictures, if I select photos, it gives me like the default length by breadth, the default dimensions in that area. If I select the international paper, it gives me like everything. Then if I wanted to say US paper, there are things they use there, and you can notice that the units are changing because that's what they use there, and that's not what we use here. But if you say international, it might be different. I think maybe pixels or millimeters. So that's the internationally known unit of measurement. Now we've gone through the size. Now there are default sizes. A5, A4. What if I don't want to design for any of those? What if I want to do something that I know the length and the breadth? This is an A4. This is an A4. An A4 is 210 millimeters. 210 millimeters in width and 297 in height. Now, what if I wanted to design something that is like this? Like this. It means that I can't use these dimensions. I have to use the dimension, my default dimension. Let's assume that I would get a square out of this. This is what it will be like. So this one will also be 210. 210 by 210 millimeters. I'm just trying to change values. So we can also change the size of what we are designing for. So then this brings us to the resolution. Now, how many of us use Android phones?
Yes, yourself.
So Android phones. Now, how good a picture looks on it is determined by this. How like some people they take pictures on certain phones and then they put it on certain phones and it looks like, because the resolution is poor. The size might be right, but the resolution is poor. So by default, it sets it to 300 pixels per inch. I think 96 dpi. Let me change the units. Okay. But I think you can work with 300. 300 is pretty large, but I think it's okay. Let's use the default. Then the color mode. That's for printers. Now, if I design something, there are several color modes. The cyan, CMYK, grayscale, bitmap. There are several. This area is meant for those that will print, because if I use a particular color mode and the printer prints in another color mode, if I know women, females are very
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
about colors. They want red, they want red. They want blue, they want blue. So if you might design something in a particular color mode and the printer prints it and it comes out a little different, it might not be his printer has a problem. It might be that you used a particular color mode and it printed in another one. Blue might look purple. So when I have blue here and I save it, if I print and if I print with this color mode, it might give me a different result. So if everything starts really from here, if you select everything, okay, you know the printer is going to print with your red, blue, green color mode. Select it. Don't select something else so that it doesn't come back and you're like, I know it was pink like here, it was red like here. That one, it solves a lot of problems. So that one is for the printer. And then the bit, I think that's the bit rate. I'll just say you give it as default. And then the background with which the design starts with. Let's use white, because our papers are usually white. They are black papers anyways. So, and I think we should leave every other thing like default. So, can someone suggest a name for our file?
What we said back, you know, okay, BFO.
Keyboard is not good. You cannot complete. You cannot
BFO. BFO.
VTS.
Basilicus.
Those ones were working. I wanted to be sure that I want that one. So let's. So who can suggest a size for us, width and height? A4. Let's just use A4 default. Okay. Let's use A4. And then we check every other thing. It's fine.
Sorry.
So the color. No, you go.
That international paper that you selected, is that one the main one we use in this place? Like, because when you say US now, what do you mean by the US? Does that mean we can use it?
You can use it.
Okay.
Okay, what if your client is based in the US?
Okay, but it's for the US people. That's what I'm asking.
It is a way to help you,
Okay.
to help us. Okay, if I select US now, it limits the list of drop downs. There are papers they don't use in the US, but we use it here. There are papers they don't use in the US, but they use it internationally.
Okay.
But if you select international, it gives you everything.
Both the US one.
Both the US, both the UK, Britain. So you need to actually know what you are looking for. If you select international now, it doesn't limit the. In the US, it can give you certain papers that you don't use this one in the US. So you now say, okay, I think it's this one that I need. I think it helps. But if you say international, it just gives you everything. So you have to know where you're going. This is our workspace. You can see it looks like A4 anyways. It looks like it. So that is A4. So as we said, okay, we've gone through the tabs at the top. Now this on the other side are the tools. We use it to manipulate files. First at the top is the move tool. Let me drag and drop something so that we can play around small. Okay. And that's another thing with Photoshop. I wanted to use a picture in Photoshop. I just went ahead and dragged it and dropped it. Now, could not place the. Okay, sorry, that was an application. There was a picture. Okay, let me put this picture. Okay, now. I'm trying to follow each step so that, because as you can see, it has marked the edges. It has dropped it in Photoshop, but it has not dropped it on the work area. So now, for you to make it usable, like now, if I want to do anything now, it can't work because I have to finish with this before I go to this. So now, I've dropped it. I have to now press enter. My enter is back. But the other side is there's a keyboard in my bag, flexible keyboard. Sorry. So the other way to do that without your enter key is that you double click, it drops it. Now I wanted to talk about the move tool. The move tool here, I've selected it. The shortcut for it is V, letter V. I can drag. I can pick, I can drag, I can. Now, earlier, please pay attention, I mentioned layers. Now we can see that I dragged and dropped something. It created another layer. This is the background, the white background. Now I can make you. Can we remember what we did with these three papers? About layers. When I folded, they were different. Now, that is what we are doing with this now. Now, we have a white background. That's it. We have something on top of it. That's this. Now, I can choose to hide what's on this background by selecting that that's removed the white. It means I still have my work space, but it's only showing this. I can do that for this too and keep my white background. If I export like this, you're only going to see a white. So that's the power of layers in Photoshop. It puts everything on each other. Like you are building a house, put the first brick, put the second brick, and you keep going. Now that's for the move tool. The selection tool. Sorry, let me put back my picture. Now, the selection tool is another tool. As it sounds, you use it to select shapes, select objects. It can be, you can draw around your object with it. You can draw around your object with it. You can select a square. Okay. Take for instance, by default, this is a rectangular shape. I can select, say, a rectangle. And to deselect, I do Ctrl D. That's my system dragging. Actually, I've deselected it, but that's my system dragging. That's why systems are, it's good you have a strong system. And just that's the system dragging, not the software. So now that's the select tool. I selected a square earlier. That's a square, like a rectangular shape. Now I can also, if I hold down this, it will give me several other options, and you can do that for everything here. Once you see an arrow down below it, you can hold it down, and then it shows you other things. Now, I have a circular selection too. I can do this. Circle. Let's say I want to select a circle. I want to put a color on a circle. I can do that. Now.